Now, it'd be nice if these were just regular numbers, but they're not, and that's okay, because we can take these two, the x's, so x is 1/3, x is 1/2. Those are solutions that would make whatever the original quadratic true. So again, I say, well, I'm going to just take this and make it the two binomials that equal 0, right? So it's always x minus. And the first value I got is 1/3, and the second value I have is 1/2. Okay? So this is the two binomials that would have made those two solutions. But I got to work backwards and make it the original quadratic formula. So, not formula, but just the quadratic equation. The quadratic. So I'm going to do some distribution here. So that'd be x times x, which is x squared. And then I've got x times, that's negative 1/2, so that's negative 1/2 x's. And then I'll distribute the negative 1/3 to the x, so that's a negative 1/3 x. And a negative 1/3 times a negative 1/2 would be a positive 1/6. So we're pretty close. This still equals 0. That's nice. But I can combine some like terms here, right? So I got my x squared, and then I got my positive 1/6. Those have to stay because there's no other like terms to combine with those. But I do have a x's to combine. So I got negative 1/2 x's, and then a negative 1/3 x's. So in my calculator, I just do negative 1/2 minus 1/3, and it says you got negative 5/6 x's right there. I did not test this one in the assignment to make sure that this works, but it should. Unfortunately, this is not what it was showing me. So I'm going to finish this off. What it showed on the assignment is no denominators. I assume this would work, but I just can't verify that it would. So what are we going to do? I'm going to take this. See, I can get rid of those denominators by multiplying the whole equation by 6. So then I'd have 6x squareds minus 6 times 5/6 would be 5 x's, and 6 times 1/6 would be 1. And this, well, 6 times 0 as well, that's still 0. So I'm gonna box this one in, because this is the answer that it showed me. Although I think this one would work, I just can't verify that it does. Yeah, that's a good question. Because it's saying, well, we want a minimum leading coefficient. If this had shown, and this would be equivalent, by the way, if it showed 12x squared minus 10x plus 2 equals 0, you can factor out a 2, and then you could divide both sides by 2, essentially getting rid of it, and then you end up back here. So if you ever see that you can factor stuff out from these three terms, then you should, and then essentially just divide both sides by it to make it simplified, or just get rid of that, whatever you factored out.